Benvenuti amici. Welcome friends. Welcome to Isabella's Bella Cucina, and my name is Isabella Morgeti Vigari, and today I'm going to teach you to make a wonderful pasta dish. It's linguine with sun-dried tomatoes, mushrooms, and a cream sauce. This is a dish that you'll take to your family. You'll invite your friends over. They'll think you went to school for this dish. And you'll see the simplicity of this dish. But you go ahead and take those kudos because you deserve it. Let's get started. I'm going to take the linguine to the boiling pot, water, of course, because we got to cook this linguine first. So the linguine is cooking, and here we are in this saute pan. What am I going to do is put a couple of tablespoons of butter, unsalted butter. Gonna do it, oops, a drizzle of olive oil. Try not to break anything while you're in the kitchen. We're gonna heat this up. We're gonna do this on high heat. Okay. At that very moment, I'm throwing these mushrooms in. I say use your favorite mushroom. You can use baby bella, you can use portobello, whichever you prefer, white mushrooms. You can do a combination of your favorite mushrooms. Remember, this is a dish that you're going to make your way, the way you and your family like it. Now, what you want to do with these mushrooms, you're not going to salt them at all now. When you salt the mushrooms at this very moment, what happens is you expedite the process of them releasing their waters because they have a lot of water in this mushroom. So you don't want to do that. We'll season these at the end. So we're going to leave them there. So in the meantime, what do I have? I have some sun-dried tomatoes. You want to take some sun-dried tomatoes and you want to just chop them up. Get the sun-dried tomatoes in the that's packed in the olive oil. I love the sweetness of sun-dried tomatoes, don't you? I'm gonna pull the rest of these out, and I just want to chop them up. Okay. These mushrooms are looking beautifully. Let me take this and stir it up for a moment. Awesome. Now, of course, I have l'aglio. Okay, what is l'aglio? Remember I taught you in my other videos? All right, garlic. I want to hear you say l'aglio. I want about 3 cloves. And we're just going to slice this nice and thin. Because we're going to toss this garlic in momentarily. All right. See, these beautiful pieces of garlic are sliced very nice and thin. I'm going to throw them in right now with the mushrooms. Let's stir this around. Do you notice the beautiful color in those mushrooms right now, how they're picking up color? That's what you want. Don't forget to stir that pasta. It is almost ready. Now, what do we want to do? We have about a cup of onions. You're going to toss the onions in right now as well. What you want to do is you want these onions to caramelize just a bit. So you want to saute this about 4 or 5 minutes. That smells so heavenly. While that is sauteing, the only thing we have left to add are the herbs, the Romano cheese, and the sun-dried tomatoes. I'm going to add these shortly. They're starting to soften right now. Here we go. Now, if you happen to buy the sun-dried tomatoes that are not in olive oil, what you can do is you can hydrate them. Just soak them in warm water, leave them in there for about 10 minutes, take them out, make sure you get rid of the water, chop them up and throw them in as well. They both work. So right now, what are we using? We're using sun-dried tomatoes. We're using onions and mushrooms. We're going to use a little pesto momentarily. But guess what? If I wanted spinach, I would throw spinach in there as well. If I wanted broccoli or cauliflower, I would throw that in there as well. Again, I want you to make this exactly with your favorite vegetables, with your family's favorite. Okay, what do I have? Some beautiful pesto. Ah, I love the way that smells. Okay, we're going to take the pasta. Now notice that I'm not going to drain this pasta. I'm going to take it right from the pot and I'm going to put it right in the pan. Here we go. I love that sizzle. That's your pasta saying it's liking the way it feels at this moment. Now I want you to see something right now. Now, one of the most important things you do when you're adding pasta to a pan and it has just a little bit of sauce, I'm going to add the pasta water right from the pan. Because what that does, it creates a sauce for your pasta. You'll let this combine all together. Gonna add some fresh herbs. Of course, you know I love Italian parsley or fresh basil. Let's stir it up. And last but not least, Romano cheese. I got about a half a cup there. Last but not least, at the very end, I'm gonna have you add a little bit of cream and make this a beautiful cream sauce. Now I added about a cup and a half. Now notice that it's half and half. Now, many cream recipes actually call for heavy cream, and I don't use heavy cream. Now, if you want to make this even healthier, instead of using all half and half, all I want you to do is take that half and half and mix it with 2% milk. All right, or you can actually mix it with skim milk, whichever you prefer. Remember, I want this to be what it needs to be for you and your family. Now, doesn't this look amazing? Add a little bit of Romano right there. And we are good to go. Ah, this is amazing. Love it. Here we go. Look at this bella linguine, all right? Beautiful, beautiful linguine. Let's get it in the bowl. Okay, here we go. Now that is a beautiful plate of linguine with mushrooms, sun-dried tomatoes, in a light cream sauce. But you know my rule. I don't feed anybody until I taste it myself. Let's put a little bit here. Now, this is very hot, so I'm just going to try a little bit. This is a wow. Wait till your family tries this sauce. It's beautifully flavored, it's not very heavy, and it's got a wow factor when it comes to the flavor. So amici, vivere bene, live well, my friends. Ciao.